Ayo. It's Champions League is back, you know what I'm saying? It literally starts today. Champions League starts today. It's the first match day, so I'm gonna give my match day 1 predictions. But because it's the beginning, I want to try and predict the table, try and predict who's going to go through to the playoffs, who's going to go through to the next round automatically, and who's getting eliminated. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry though. Unlike before, I prepped this time. I already made my list. You know what I'm saying? Don't focus too much on the rankings. Just more so focus on which category they're in, whether they're in the playoffs, whether they're progressing right away, you know what I'm saying? Focus more so on that. So boom. In the elimination category, we got Club Brugge, Frankfurt, Copenhagen, Ghent, Kairat, Villarreal, Slavia Praha, Qarabag, Olympiacos, La Foi, Monaco, and Royal Union St. Gillois. I butchered some of those names, but you gotta think about why I butchered them. I haven't heard of half of these clubs. And I've heard of half of these clubs. Don't get me wrong, but it's just how much noise are you gonna really be making in this European tournament if you have no emotion? You know what I'm saying? And I know my chat's gonna say I don't know ball, I have no ball knowledge, but it's if I have no knowledge of you, how lit of a club are you really? You know what I'm saying? So let me know what y'all think in the comments. If I hold a team like Monaco or Villarreal, teams like that, I could easily see them making it, but it's just at the end of the day, day's gotta end and I have to make a list. You know what I'm saying? So that's that. Olympiacos, Copenhagen, Frankfurt, you know what I'm saying? They got a chance, but I'm more confident in the niggas above them, you know what I'm saying? So that's how I feel about that. So now that we got the eliminated teams out the way, let's talk about the teams that are hitting the playoffs, you know what I'm saying? And there might be some surprises, you know what I'm saying? If you're a certain fan of certain teams, you might be pissed off with some of the teams that I included in the playoff bracket, but I need you to bear with me. Anyways, fuck, I missed that, but it's okay. I got Athletic Club, Ajax, Sporting, PSV, Benfica, Marseille, Tottenham, Juventus, Galatasaray, Napoli, Atalanta, Leverkusen, Dortmund, Newcastle, Atletico Madrid, and Man City. Man City might surprise some of y'all, but they were in the playoffs last year. You know what I'm saying? So don't be surprised if Pep Guardiola's stressing ass gets some niggas back in the playoffs this year. They fumble some because they've been dealing with some injuries, Foden be frauding out. But Holland's in some nice form right now, so maybe they do make it to the instant qualifiers, but you know what I'm saying? If last year was any constellation, Man City's back in the playoff. You know what I'm saying? Atletico Madrid, superstars at haram ball. Will that be enough to qualify? A bunch of ties, and you know what I'm saying? Some squeaky wins, maybe a 1-2 loss here. I see them in the playoffs still. Newcastle, you know what I'm saying? They're probably just happy to be here, you know what I'm saying? Making it to the playoffs will be good for them, cut their teeth, lock in. Dortmund, Leverkusen, they've been here before, you know what I'm saying? Germans, I see them locking in, but you know what I'm saying, just not having enough quality to bang with the top sides of Europe. You know what I'm saying? Same thing goes for Atalanta, Napoli, Juventus. I just feel the Italian teams, they're not, the difference isn't that huge. So if a couple of them end up being in the playoffs, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? May the best niggas win. And then as for the rest of the clubs, you know what I'm saying, I feel they have the slight edge over the teams who I eliminated, Athletic Club, Sporting, Ajax, Benfica, just teams who have been here before, who have that European experience. So I just went with these niggas. Y'all let me know if I fucked up on any of these, you know what I'm saying? As I said, my chat thinks I have no ball knowledge, so y'all niggas need to let me know. Let me know. And I haven't mentioned this, but I want Team Ref today. Fuck with us, you know what I'm saying? I better see some bullshit calls today on every team except Madrid. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, now I'm about to reveal the top 8, but I feel now that you've seen the bottom 2, you should have a good understanding of what the top 8 should be. But do I have this in order? I don't think I have this in order. So don't worry about the order, just worry about the fact that these teams are going to playoff. Now, my top 8 isn't in order either, except for the number 1s. Is my top 8 in order? Let me just ooh. Let me just, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. What's it called? Real Madrid at the 1. The fuck were y'all expecting from this channel? Real Madrid at the 1. PSG at the 2, out of respect for the fact they won the Champions League last year, so I can give you the 2 spot. You know what I'm saying? Bayern, because I respect what they got going on in terms of the European scene. You know what I'm saying? Proven winners. They're always there, always banging out. So I'll put Bayern at the 3, especially since they know how to farm goals against teams at the end of the day. Barça, you know what I'm saying? It pays me to put them there, but at the end of the day, deep down in my heart, I always know when Barca's about to win. You know what I'm saying? Whenever they play weak-ass teams that aren't called Madrid or Bayern or blah, blah, blah. So they'll be able to beat up on the weak-ass teams, which should land them in the top 8. You know what I'm saying? Liverpool, another team that just quality gaps, bare niggas. You know what I'm saying? They just got nice-ass niggas on that squad. Arsenal, I just don't think a lot of teams in Europe have the quality of players or like tactics to bang with Arsenal. Like, say what you want about Arsenal, they also know how to run around ball. And then Inter Milan, because last year they just did nice. I'm not gonna lie, Inter Milan versus Barça, that could have been one tie of the tournaments. You know what I'm saying? And Chelsea, no, they just won the Club World Cup. Gotta put some respect on their name. You know what I'm saying? They're just a little more clutch than Man City in European type. Like they're one of the more clutch English teams when it comes to these European competitions. So I'm gonna just put respect on their name. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I got Real Madrid, PSG, Bayern, Barça, Liverpool, Arsenal, Inter Milan, and Chelsea as my top 8. You know what I'm saying? So y'all let me know how y'all feel about that. Now let's get into today's matches. You know what I'm saying? Today and tomorrow's. Alright, so now let's get into the first match day's predictions. Okay, PSV versus Union SG. I'm gonna rock with PSV. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck? I gotta predict, nigga? Damn. These niggas want match predicts. Interesting. Fuck it. Let's go 2-1. We'll go 2-1. You know what I'm saying? Damn, these niggas want a lot from a nigga. Damn, let me just make my predictions, nigga. Like, damn, is that deep mud? Like, we want a lot from a young kid. But yeah, anyway, Madrid versus Marseille. This is like, come on, bro. 3-0. Like, come on, bro. No. Anyway, Quarterbag versus Benfica. Let's just rock with Benfica, bro. No one has faith in Quarterbag. I'll go Benfica with the 2-0. You know what I'm saying? Paris versus Atalanta. I'm going with PSG. You know what I'm saying? I'm going with PSG. I'm going to go PSG. First game, I'm going to go 4-1. Bayern versus Chelsea. Ooh! This one should be a good game, to be honest. Bayern versus Chelsea. Fuck. Based on recent form, I'm going to go. I feel the 5-2. I could be wrong, though. Ajax versus Inter. Let's go Inter 1, Ajax 0. That's how I'm feeling. Chat. That is how I'm feeling. So yeah. Just show y'all. You know what I'm saying? Anyway. That's how I'm feeling, chat. So PSV versus Union SG 2-1. Real Madrid versus Marseille 3-0. Benfica versus Quarterbag 2-0. PSG versus Atalanta 4-1. Bayern versus Chelsea 5-2. Inter versus Ajax 1-0 Inter. You know what I'm saying? Is there anything else I need to get to? Any other matches? I swear that's every match. Oh my gosh. Tomorrow. Oh, it's not showing me everything. There's more to predict. How do I get there though? Match day 2. Are these the games? Where's the Liverpool game? Nigga, where's the Liverpool game? Match day 1. Damn, these niggas don't respect Liverpool. They don't. Okay, bet. Anyway, fuck it. We'll do it like this. So, Liverpool versus Atletico Madrid. Ooh, Rambo. Atletico's going to try and come and play for the tie, but I still see Liverpool winning like 2-0. Copenhagen versus Leverkusen. I'm going to rock with Leverkusen. You know what I'm saying? Club Brugge versus Monaco. Let's just rock with Monaco, bro. I feel like they have more stars. Frankfurt versus Galatasaray. Galatasaray, if you guys lose this, you guys are actually oil money turkey merchants, but I'm going to rock with y'all regardless. You know what I'm saying? Sporting versus Kairat. Let's go Sporting. They just have the history. And what's it called? The experience. Newcastle, Barcelona. I might have to go Barça. I just don't see Newcastle getting the job done, to be honest. And then Man City versus Napoli. Kevin De Bruyne versus his old team. Bumba Club. No way Man City sit there like Kevin De Bruyne win that game, right? Like, now you know how good for narratives that would be, bro? Holy smokes. But I'm going to rock with Man City in this game. I'm going to rock Man City still. And then, yeah. I'll be back next week to drop, what's it called? The next the next match day's predictions. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel pretty comfortable with the predictions I dropped today. Obviously, I'm going to be live streaming these games on my Twitch and on my YouTube, you know what I'm saying, doing watch parties with my community. If you want to be a part of that, if you want to join the community, if you don't want to watch these football games by yourself, make sure you tune in, make sure you pull up, make sure you subscribe, repost the clips you see, all that jazz. I'll be back to glow when I'm right about all these things, you know what I'm saying, especially after dealing with all these you don't know ball ass takes, you know what I'm saying. I'll be sure to be rubbing it in niggas' faces, you know what I'm saying. But until then, I'm going to catch y'all later, you know what I'm saying. Kept this video nice and sweet, 13 minutes. I'm out this bitch.